Now, I wanted you all to understand the magnitude of the issue that we are having. When you talk about people talking about it's over with, and then you notice the number of people who died just in the last week, right? It's as if, we have calculated that 100,000 people is not a lot of people, right? Let me just put in perspective something that Dr. Michael Osterholm said. He said that if you were to start naming the people who have died of COVID-19, just start naming them one at a time, it would take you an entire year naming them 24/7. 24 hours, 7 days a week. It would take you an entire year to name them all. And when you look at it from that vantage point, then look at not just that person, but as Meg indicated, 9 other people on average were directly impacted by the death of that person, which can create generational poverty, because many of them, as you notice, she talked about breadwinners. We got to talk about those things.
Well, there are so many related detriments to the African American community, so many that come to mind. The first thing was that in regards to learning, we're talking about young people and learning, is that when you suffer so many episodes of trauma, they're called adverse childhood experiences. They call them ACEs. The social scientists and the counselors and people will tell them. And when you have so many, it does something to your brain chemistry, the brain science. It moves you from the learning brain, which we all are supposed to be in, to what's called the survival brain. And when you are moved in the survival brain, if you look at the diagram, the part that says cognition or learning is the smallest part of the triangle, meaning that children have been traumatized to the point where what they came to school to do, they are virtually unable to do. And so then you have the behavior issues that arise from that. And then there's another statistic that I want to point out real quickly as it relates to the economic piece. 1/5 of children in the 2020, the 2020-2021 school year, last school year, 1/5 of those children missed the first state test around the country. That means that they were not in school. And people are now starting to deduce is that the reason that they missed those tests is because they either had to move, they had some type of economic hardship, housing insecurity, food insecurity, where they were not able to maintain their normal behavior patterns that they always had, and then they had to move. And so that talks directly to the impact of economically people being hurt. If you got to move, then your money's not right. And so those are things that have impacted young folks in the economic hardship piece.